What if your teenage son found his role model on TikTok? Not in a teacher, not in a coach, or even a parent, but in a cigar-smoking, sports car flaunting influencer who blames women, glorifies violence, and preaches entitlement. And that's exactly what's happening with Andrew Tate leading the charge. And now, a new Netflix show, Adolescence, is pulling that uncomfortable truth right into the spotlight. Adolescence isn't about Andrew Tate. He is mentioned only twice, if I remember correctly. But make no mistake, his shadow looms over the entire series. This gripping crime drama asks, what happens to a boy who's isolated, angry, and desperate for identity? Who feels that void? The show follows a 13-year-old Jamie, a kid who slips deep into the monosphere, mimicking its toxic behavior, trying to prove his worth through domination and control. This isn't just a drama. This is real life. From Australia to US, educators and psychologists are seeing it. Boys turning into YouTube, TikTok, and X to learn how to be men. Not from mentors, but from influencers. And one voice has risen above them all, Andrew Tate. Tate's rise wasn't organic. He built an army, his content was cut, clipped, and repackaged by thousands of fans into viral snippets, pushed out by the TikTok algorithm straight into the boys' feed. And it worked. 22 billion views. Schools are now dealing with boys parroting his misogyny to female teachers. The data is clear. Our boys are falling behind. It is not just the content they consume, but the context they are trapped in. Boys are now significantly falling behind in higher education enrollment and completion rates in many countries, including the US, UK, and Australia. In the US, for example, only 40% of college students are male, and the gap is growing wider. Labor force participation among young men is also declining, with fewer boys than girls entering the workforce or pursuing long-term careers. Simultaneously, mental health studies shows rising levels of anxiety, loneliness, and crisis of identity among adolescent boys, many of whom feel disconnected, underachieving, and unsure of their future. And in this vacuum, Tate's vision of masculinity offers them power, control, and a sense of superiority. That's seductive, especially for those who feel left behind. One of the most toxic ideas spreading online is the notion of incel, short for involuntary celibate. It's a label embraced by some young men who feel rejected by women and society, and instead of seeking help, they turn into influencers who blame women, glorify violence, and preach entitlement. Andrew Tate's content tapped directly into this resentment. The core idea that money, dominance, and hyper-masculinity are the path to getting the girl. And that's why his videos are filled with fast cars, luxury watches, and clips of women being degraded. It is not just content, it's a performance of power, promising boys that success with women come not from empathy or connection, but from control and status. And it is working, because those promises are simple, flashy, and addictive. The real danger isn't just what Andrew Tate says. It's how he says it. His most viral messages are short, punchy, and performative. It's content engineered for maximum engagement, and it thrives on TikTok. When boys scroll endlessly and stumble on those clips, they are not just watching videos. They are soaking in a worldview. I'm not here to outrage. I'm here to start a conversation. And this one is for the parents. Don't panic. Get curious. Ask your kid what are they watching. Watch the TV series Adolescence together. Use it as a conversation starter. Explain the difference between discipline and domination, between confidence and control. Because if you don't help boys find better role models, they will find the loudest ones. Andrew Tate did not create this crisis. He exploited it. But the real issue is our failure to provide boys with purpose, guidance, and a positive masculine example in a fast-changing world. Let this episode be the beginning of a much-needed conversation. Subscribe to Fix Your Focus and share this with someone raising or mentoring the next generation. Because if we don't fix the focus now, we might lose a generation later.